Happy Thanksgiving. If you guys are tuning in today, the day of release of this video, this is the second video today. We're doing a double video day. I've got a double video day planned tomorrow. I've been trying to bust out the content, do daily content at least through the end of this year. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. On my wrist is the Oris in-house caliber 400 that Oris USA lent in for me to do kind of like a 30-day test of the new movement. And we're 1 week into the test and it's going really well. I'm going to do a video on the announcements, or not the announcements, but the results of the first week, the accuracy. How's the power reserve been? Does it have an issue with the movement, with the, the hacking minute jump stutter, whatever you want to call it? We're going to be doing that real soon. Probably another double video day here in the next few days. But today I have an unboxing of two of the most beautiful watches. And I'm so excited to get my grubby mitts on them. And please excuse the cloggers upstairs. My daughter has a play date over right now. And I've told them to be quiet while I film, but I don't know if you guys can hear that. It seems like they're clogging with wooden clogs. Okay, I've got a box. And we're gonna do an unboxing, first impressions, and I know there's some swag in here too. So let me show you guys what we have. This is an Omega travel tote, kind of I don't think that's real leather, but it's pretty cool. Let's open it up and see what's inside. We have a power adapter for traveling. That's pretty cool. So Nick, I've got to say, I appreciate so much the swag that you include. It makes a big deal for me. It's super exciting. And I like to place it in the background of some of my theme videos. Like if I'm reviewing an Omega, I'll probably have some Omega swag in the background. So this is much appreciated. And we have two different hats. This is awesome. Excellent. Thank you very much. So what else do we got in here? An exquisite timepieces polishing cloth. That's awesome. Now let's put that bag down and open up the watch roll. So I'm going to flip around, give you guys a desk shot of the watches in here and just give you the first impressions because they're really exciting. All right, let's unzip this, take a look at what's inside. And right off the bat, the first one is the Glashutte original Panomatic Lunar. Now, this one is on the alligator and comes with this, simply put, beautiful green dial. And it has a hint of a fume application around the edges, the circumference of the dial. It is really dynamic, as you guys can see here under the LED lights. Very verdant, vibrant, saturated. And I love this design too. It's sadly called the poor man's Lange. When you look at the complications here, we have hours and minutes in a offset sub-register, kind of large. And then we have an offset running seconds, a panomatic date with each one of those discs or digits being on the same field. And then up here we have a moon phase. So it really is a very classic array of complications, subtly done. You can see the hand applied finish here to the case. It's really cool. So I love this. I've been looking forward to a Panomatic Lunar for a while. Let's zoom in a bit so you guys can see the majesty of this dial to a greater degree of clarity. And I've always kind of been drawn to the anthracite or perhaps the blue, but man, does this green look exciting. So let's flip the watch over, and take a look at this movement. This is the caliber 90-02, roughly 47 joules, 42 hours of power reserve, 28,800 beats per hour with a double swan neck fine adjustment. You guys can see there. And notice the hand engraved balance bridge. That's going to be a different engraving on every single unit that Glashutte produces. So, I mean, that's really fun to see. We have a 21 karat gold oscillator weight on it's not a micro rotor. It's kind of like a 3/4 rotor. And I don't know what it is today. You guys can hear my dogs. You guys can hear my daughters. You know what? We're just going to roll with it, guys. I apologize for the interruptions here. But this is, it's so beautiful. So this is, blued screws, hand finished, 5-position adjusted. We have, I mean, just a very classic level of craftsmanship and execution and beauty. And I think, you know, the backside is probably even more attractive than this front side, which is saying something, because I think this is a very, very well executed watch. So we're going to be doing a full review on that here real shortly on the channel. And let's take a look at the other watch that's within the case here. And this one, is a Grand Seiko Snowflake from the Four Seasons collection. This is the Shunbun. This released in 2019. Originally, the design came out in 1967 when it comes to the case shape here, the 62 GS inspired case. It's bezel-less, and we have really linear, angular, fairly dominant lugs here. Now, the watch is crafted out of titanium, and it has the Suratsu polishing. We have a proud box sapphire crystal. Let's get the side profile there so you guys can see how that raises out of the case here. So it's really cool. The star of the show, obviously, is this dial, and on a macro level, you guys can see the hint of cherry or pink. It's not very dominant. I'd say the dominant color here is a white or silver, but this is supposed to be mimicking the cherry blossom when it first blossoms in springtime. This is the spring edition of the Four Seasons collection. And that color play is just so subtle, and it works well with that texture. And notice the Dauphine style hands, the clarity, the crispness, the sharpness of the beveling there, the polishing, the sharpness of the applied indices, and how those are brushed and polished. Even the texture of the power reserve indicator is expertly crafted. So, man, this is beautiful and light as a feather. The movement here is the 9R65 spring drive, and sadly, we have a very ugly screening on the sapphire crystal that kind of obscures part of the movement there, which is, I have no idea why brands think that that's a good idea to do. I think it's really stupid. But anyways, this is the 9R65, roughly 72 hours of power reserve, accurate to about 1 second per day, or roughly 15 seconds per month. We have 30 joules, a power reserve indicator, and this is hand assembled in the Shinsu studio in Japan. So you're getting a handcrafted and assembled movement, hand finishing on the case. Really is pretty impressive for the price point. Now, speaking of price, this one I think is $9,900 with the deployant buckle, but it's $9,600 full retail. Excuse me, let's just set that there, set this here. $96 retail with a pin buckle. And then this one is $6,300 retail. And I'm going to go tell my kids to settle down and bring my wife down. And I want to get her opinion on which she thinks is more expensive, just as we wrap up this video. So let me go grab her real quick. Okay, guys, we're back. I've got my wife in front of the camera here. A lot of you ask what she wears. This is her daily driver. This is her Citizen Eco Drive that she sports every day, and she's been gracious enough to be a guinea pig for me. So Christina, I've got two beautiful kind of dressy styled watches, one from Japan and one from Germany here on the mat. And I kind of want to get your opinion. What do you think? Is it beautiful? Is it feminine? Is it something you would like me to wear at some point? And the big question, how much do you think these cost? So let's start with this Grand Seiko. Tell me what you think here.
I think it looks really nice. It does look a little feminine, but I think it looks really sharp.
Okay. And how much does it cost?
$8,500.
$8,500. I've asked her so many questions about, hey, how much is this worth? How much is this worth? So she knows a little bit of brand names. So she sees Grand Seiko and she sees the beauty, and so she thinks it is expensive, but you're a little high. This is a roughly $6,000 watch with discount. So you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Little feminine. Let's go to this German-made Glashutte original Panomatic Lunar with the green dial. So what do you think of this aesthetically?
It looks nice. I like the green color, and I think the moon phase is really cool.
Moon phase is cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the backside. Any thoughts?
It looks no.
So guys, this is the difference between a normal person and a crazy watch idiot savant. I'm all freaking out about the fume dial and the 3/4 rotor. And my wife's like, yeah, that looks nice. Oh, that looks feminine. Oh yeah, that looks nice. So she's a normal person. I'm a watch nut. I think you guys can relate to this here. So Christina, tell me, how much is this Glashutte original Panomatic Lunar? Do you think it's more or less expensive than the Grand Seiko?
More.
How much more? What do you think this cost?
$9,000.
9,000. You know what? She's pretty good, guys. Isn't she pretty good? This is 9,600 full retail. But the nice thing is with Glashutte, you're going to get a discount. And you can get a very good discount depending on the model. So you're not going to be spending anywhere close to 9, but you're still going to be spending more than the 6 that you would spend on the Grand Seiko. So thanks for indulging me. I'm going to let you go now, Tina, and I'll wrap up this video. So thanks. My wife is awesome. I love my wife. I'm always asking her, hey, come look at this watch. What does this cost and stuff? And she has zero interest in watches. In fact, she rolls her eyes a lot, but she's so patient and pleasant and accommodating. So I want to thank her, and I love her. She's a great sport. And being a husband, being a father is my favorite thing in the world. So guys, let me know if there's something specific you would like me to cover when we do the in-depth review of the Grand Seiko SBGA 413 or the Panomatic Lunar in green from Glashutte Original. I'm happy to try to accommodate if I can. So guys, just in closing, I hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're enjoying it. Whether you're home with family, whether you're eating turkey, watching football, maybe you have to work, whatever it is. I hope you guys have a great day. I sure appreciate you. Thanks for being here. And tomorrow we'll probably have another double video. So look forward to that. Thanks again, guys. See you in the next one.